So what is glomerular filtration? Glomerular filtration is the first step in making urine. It is the process that our kidneys use to filter excess fluid and waste products out of the blood into the urine. This is how glomerular filtration works. The first step in making urine is to separate the liquid part of our blood, or the plasma, which contains all the dissolved solutes from our blood cells. Each kidney is made up of 1 million filtering units called the nephron, and each nephron contains the glomerulus, a microscopic filter that is constantly filtering our blood. Blood that is about to be filtered enters a glomerulus, which is a tuft of blood capillaries. The glomerulus is nestled inside a glomerular capsule. Glomerular capillaries have small pores in their walls, just like a very fine mesh sieve. The glomerulus is sandwiched between two arterioles. The afferent arterioles deliver blood to the glomerulus, while efferent arterioles carry the blood away. Constriction of the efferent arterioles as blood exits the glomerulus provides resistance to blood flow, preventing a pressure drop. The two arterioles change in size to increase or decrease blood pressure in the glomerulus. In addition, the efferent arterioles are smaller in diameter than the afferent arterioles. As a result, pressurized blood enters the glomerulus through a relatively wide tube, but is forced to exit through a narrower tube. Together, these unique features, plus the fact that our heart is supplying our kidneys with over a liter of blood per minute, maintain a high glomerular capillary pressure and the filtration function of the kidney, regardless of fluctuations in blood flow. For example, the sympathetic nervous system can stimulate the efferent arteriole to constrict during exercise when blood flow to the kidney is reduced. The physical characteristics of the glomerular capillary wall will determine what is filtered and how much is filtered into the glomerular capsule. Working from the inside out, the capillary walls are made up of 3 layers. First, the endothelium. This layer has relatively large pores, about 70 to 100 nanometers in diameter, which solutes, plasma, proteins, and fluid can pass through, but not blood cells. Next, the basement membrane. This membrane is made up of 3 layers and is fused to the endothelial layer. Its job is to prevent plasma proteins from being filtered out of the bloodstream. Negatively charged and prevents molecules and proteins like albumin to pass through. The epithelium. This layer consists of specialized cells called podocytes. These cells are attached to the basement membrane by foot processes, or pedicels. They wrap around the capillaries but leave slits between them, known as filtration slits. A thin diaphragm between the slits acts as a final filtration barrier before the fluid enters the glomerular space.
In stage 1 diabetic nephropathy, hyperfiltration, glycosuria occurs, which is when excess glucose in the blood starts to spill into the urine. Excess glucose also sticks to protein in a process called non-enzymatic glycation. The glycation of basement membranes makes it thicken, affecting particularly the efferent arteriole, causing hyaline arteriosclerosis, which makes it stiffer and narrower, increasing the pressure as blood has trouble leaving the glomerulus. It also causes the afferent arteriole to dilate, which also increases the pressure and the glomerular filtration rate. In stage 2, the mesangial cells, which support the glomerulus, secrete more structural matrix, which expands the glomerulus. Podocytes will have larger filtration slits between food processors. This will make it easier for substances such as albumin to slip through.
In our model, we will be representing proteins using peas and blood using water. In a healthy kidney, as the glomerulus is able to filter out the proteins properly, all the green beans will be observed to be in the tube, the nephron, after the water is being poured. In a diabetic patient's kidney, the afferent arteriole will be dilated and the efferent arteriole becomes narrower. At the same time, the glomerulus starts to break. Hence, when blood, in this case water, is passed through, the green beans will also pass through together with it into the urine, causing proteinuria.
How does diabetes affect the kidney in the human body? Diabetes causes diabetic nephropathy, which is when the kidneys of the human body can no longer work well enough and is one of the main causes of long-term kidney disease. Diabetic nephropathy can be identified by the presence of protein in urine. As seen in the demonstration, the increase in glomerular filtration rate causes the glomerulus to break, allowing the protein to enter the urine.
Diabetic nephropathy can cause long-term damage to the human body. Due to the impaired kidney filtration as shown by the model, there is a buildup of toxin and impurities in the blood. This would lead to fatigue and weakness in the diabetic patient. This also leads to protein leakage, mainly albumin, in the urine, causing malnourishment in severe cases. Excessive glucose that cannot be filtered and absorbed will cause the patient to have an increased urge to urinate so as to remove the excess glucose from the body.